Well, hi there, this is DBT, and alright, it's time for another Karen Took video. I'm just gonna leave it at video. Maybe I should call it Karen Took News, I'm not exactly sure. So, alright, first of all, I'm sorry for taking this long to make this video. I know that I said it was gonna be much sooner than this, but you know, I've been figuring some shit here and there. So yeah, let's talk about all of that. For anybody that is not up to date, in the last video, which I'm gonna be linking in the top right corner of this video, I talked about how I was in a very strange position, in a very strange place regarding, you know, my situation with work, with life, and all of that. I was, I guess, if I want to simplify it, I guess I was going into a little bit of a crisis over there, with regards to just not finding enough time for myself, the job getting too not difficult, but more like draining. So I just didn't, any free time that I had, I didn't want to spend it working on the mod or anything. Instead, I just wanted to blank out and just play some games and forget about life, basically. So because of that and how it was becoming an ever-growing problem, I decided that it was time for me to quit my job and, you know, take the risky life of online content, quote-unquote, content creator. What that means is that indeed I quit my job and I decided to start trying to make this sounds a little bit dreamy, you know, but I kind of tried to start making a living from streaming and all of that good stuff. So we will talk a little bit more about that, but I'm just trying to give you the general picture as to what has been happening. Now, like I said, this was a little bit ago. Actually, it was probably like 2 months ago that I made that video, if I remember correctly. And I quit my job like a month and a half ago. So you might be wondering, wait a second. So if you said that as soon as you quit your job, you were probably going to start working again on Karen Took, why has it taken a month and a half? Well, it really has to do with me trying to figure out how I wanted to set up my schedule, trying to find how my new, my quote-unquote new lifestyle would work. And by that I mean, of course, that setting my schedule both for what time I wake up, what time I do all of that, the time that I spend with my wife, you know, the time that I spend on streaming, the time that I'm going to spend in leisure time and all of that. Because I mean, sure, I am no longer working, but now I just spend a lot of time on the stream. And honestly, that's a good thing because we have been having a lot of fun on the stream and all of that. So if you want to drop by, make sure to do so. The link's going to be there in the description. It's not too difficult to find with twitch.tv/dbthanatos. But anyway, so yeah, I've been for the past month and a half, I've been really figuring out how to set up my schedule. And also I've been, you know, dealing, not in the sense of, oh my god, it's too difficult, but dealing more in the sense of like taking care of some things IRL that I needed to. And I'm still doing that, but I think so far I have gotten a pretty good grasp of how I want to do things and how I want to basically spend my time. So, okay, that's why it has taken me this long. And now that I'm finally returning to actually modding this thing, you're going to be seeing more updates regarding Karen Took. And yeah, I want to really first, I mean, I already kind of did, but I want to apologize for taking so long to record this video and give you an update. But also, in a way, I thought this was a good moment to do it because it's been really, by the time we're releasing this video, it's been pretty much 1 full year since the first Karen Took micro showcase. No, not micro showcase, the first teaser. So it felt like a good moment to give you a bit of an update and more information as to what's happening, what will be happening. So yeah, now here's the thing though, and it's a little bit of a catch, and I'm sorry if this suddenly becomes too much of a, I don't know what to say, a self-promotion thing or whatever. I always feel a bit awkward when it comes to this type of subjects. But you know, again, remembering that now I no longer have a full-time job and all of that, I think this is the moment for me to take your offers. Because, you know, if you follow my channel for the past, I don't know, what has it been, 10, 15, 20 years that I've been modding, you know, in all of the mods that I've made, I've gotten people here and there saying like, hey, how can I support you? Hey, I would like to this, I would like to that. And for the most part, I always am saying like, hey, you know what, the mod is completely free. I'm just doing this for the love of the let's say, the craft. I don't know that this is a craft, but you know. So that has always been my answer, and let the record show, the mod is still gonna be free. So I'm not saying anything like that. The mod is definitely gonna be free. You will be able to get it when it comes out and just play it, no money required by any means. But what I did want to say is that, you know, if you guys, anybody here wants to support me in any way, there's a couple of ways to do that. First and most obvious would be, you know, a donation through PayPal or any PayPal. I realize that I've been saying that wrong for the longest time. PayPal. A donation there, that would probably be the most obvious way. If not, you could always subscribe to my Twitch channel, which actually helps out to, you know, have more emotes and put some more dumb shit on the stream. And otherwise, you can also, you know, make a... I mean, if you can't donate anything at all, and I understand, by the way, I'm not trying to you know, suck every single penny out of you. I am in no position and I have no right to do or to ask anything like that. But if you can't support me in either of those ways, then, you know, just dropping on the stream is more than enough. I am streaming a lot on Twitch now. I stream 4 days a week, and those aren't short streams like they used to be back when I had a full-time job. Now they're really long streams where it's not all about just, you know, playing Doom or playing this or playing that. It's about playing a bunch of different things. It's about like, for example, we've been doing some drawing streams. There's a bunch of time that we dedicate just to watch videos with you guys on the you know, video requests and all of that. So it's not all about games. It's also about the community. And I know that sounds kind of corny, like, oh my god, this is such a wonderful community and all of that. But in reality, we've been having a lot of fun over there. So really, if you want to support me, those are the ways, definitely. So consider a donation, consider a subscription to Twitch, or simply just follow and watch the stream. That's completely free. So that's also a way to help, you know, with just in general the discovery of my Twitch channel and all of that. Because in the end, in order to be more successful, we need more viewers. So everything and anything helps. All right, with all of that self-promotion out of the way, yeah, let's talk a bit more about Karen Took. I know that some people have been wanting me to do some modding on stream, but the reality is that I can't really do that. At least not to the degree that maybe some people would love, with seeing, oh, let's see how he creates Karen Took. Unfortunately, that doesn't quite work. And that's because, you know, in general, when I'm modding, when I'm coding anything, the least thing that I want to do is, you know, be trying to seem entertaining or be reading chat and getting distracted. Don't get me wrong, I love doing all of that when we're playing or we're having fun with the community and all of that. But as far as, you know, streaming the process of coding this and coding that, that's probably not really gonna work. What I would love to do is come back to some mapping stream, be for QCDE, for Karen Took. Who knows? We'll see how things go. But yeah, so just wanted to address that little point over there. As far as, is there, okay, DBT, you have talked for the past, I don't know, 8 minutes or so. Are you gonna actually show us something, or you're just gonna keep on killing monsters left and right in this little map? No, I'm actually gonna show you something, and in fact, it's already pre-selected on the screen. I kind of hinted it in the title of this video. We're gonna be looking at something real cool, aka the ice bomb. I was gonna say ice grenade, but that's not the official name. Ice bomb. So the basic functionality of the ice bomb is not too complicated. You've seen it before. So you just drop the ice bomb, they get frozen, and then you just take the opportunity to kill them. Very simple, right? I don't think there's a lot that I can explain about it. You've seen it in Doom Eternal, and you know, again, you've seen it on some videos before. Where it starts to get interesting is actually on the side of the upgrades. So for that, let's just bring some developer magic and, you know, bring the first one. So the first upgrade is going to be the longer freeze, and it does pretty much what it says, but I should probably talk a little bit about how this actually works slightly different, or considerably different than in Doom Eternal. In Doom Eternal, and just to try to give a bit of an idea of how it works there, in Doom Eternal there's different sizes of enemies, and anything that is not a small demon or a light demon, it's going to be frozen for less time than a light demon. Let's say, if I remember the numbers correctly, a light demon will be frozen for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds. No, it's like 6 seconds. And a medium, I mean, a heavy or whatever bigger monster, they just get frozen for about 3 or 4 seconds. So once you get the first upgrade, which is going to be the longer cooldown, I mean the longer freeze time, basically it makes it so that the heavy monsters are going to be frozen for as long as the regular monsters. However, in Karen Took, it doesn't quite work like this. It doesn't matter if the monster is big or is small or anything, they're going to be frozen for the exact same amount of time. Now you might be thinking, wait a second, DBT, that is not like in Doom Eternal. You said that you were going to make it like that. Well, the thing is that, again, I usually tend to balance things according to how it's going to play with Doom map sets, because, you know, as much as we would like to have the custom levels and everything for Karen Took, a lot of people are going to be playing this, for example, with Doom 2, and suddenly they're going to be finding themselves having an ice grenade that is going to be really effective against the weak, unassuming enemies, and the big, dangerous ones are going to be frozen for less time. And while it works in Doom Eternal, because of course over there they have their very crafted fights where certain monsters spawn in certain points and all of that, in regular Doom maps, in custom maps and everything, the balance is all over the place. It's very different. So I felt that it was important for even the bigger monsters to stay frozen for about the same time, or really the same time as the small enemies. So yeah, I bring all of that stuff up because that also kind of affects a little bit how the longer freeze time works. So basically, once you get this upgrade, the monsters would usually stay frozen for about 5 seconds, but when you have it upgraded, they're gonna stay frozen for much longer. And that also applies with enemies of other types. In this case, we have a heavier enemy, and you can see that it's gonna stay frozen pretty much the same amount of time as this imp. So again, this was in favor of balancing the game more with the classic style of Doom maps in mind. Probably eventually we end up having some sort of custom maps made for KET. This is going to have to be taken into account whenever somebody wants to balance the monster encounters and all of that. But yeah, so in a few words, monsters, regardless of the size, stay frozen for the same time. And when you get the longer freeze upgrade, all it does is that all the monsters that get frozen are going to stay frozen for a bit longer. So right, that's the very first upgrade that we get. Now the second upgrade is actually gonna be really not easy or not possible for me to show right now, because all of the cooldowns for this video are completely removed. So usually the cooldown for an ice bomb would be 45 seconds. That's how long it takes for the cooldown to be over. It's a really long time. However, once you get this upgrade, the cooldown would be for 35 seconds. So that one does follow pretty much how it works in Doom Eternal. So it's still going to be a long cooldown, but again, considering that I sort of slightly buffed the functionality of the ice bomb, it just felt right. So that's the second upgrade that we get for the ice bomb. Now let's look at the third one. Let me get some of that juicy armor. And now the third one is going to be health drops. So again, much like in Doom Eternal, you freeze an enemy, and as long as you're dealing damage, they're gonna be dropping some health. Now, the way that these health drops work, it's kinda interesting, because in Doom Eternal, even though I haven't been completely able to figure out exactly how Doom Eternal does it, because at times the drops feel a bit random, but the way it works in KET is it has a few rules. For example, you freeze an enemy, and he's not gonna drop any health. But if you start dealing damage to it, it's gonna start dropping the health. That sounds normal, right? However, the way it works is that once an enemy is frozen, it has a set limit of health that they will drop. In this case, they tend to drop 5 little what would you call it? Droplets of health. So if you keep on shooting it, over time they're gonna drop all those 5 little thingies. Let me show you with one of these bad ones. So there it is, it's frozen. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So he dropped the 5 little thingies of health. However, if you kill the monster before he dropped all 5 of them, he's still gonna drop all 5 of them. Let me see if I have time. So he dropped 2 and he dropped the rest of it there. So in total, he's still gonna do 5. For example, let's kill this imp with one single shot, and he drops... Oh wait, what happened? Oh, I think we found a bug. Alright, writing it down. Apparently if we jib the monsters, they don't drop the health. That's not intended. That's gonna be fixed. But yeah, you can see that they drop in total 5 little points of or little pickups of health. Let me try with one of these dudes. Oh Jesus! Apparently, I need some help to show this. DBT, why didn't you plan this better? Why didn't you test this thoroughly? I don't know. It happens. Bugs happen. All right. Let's try with one of this. Yeah, he dropped 3, and he drops the rest. So yeah, that's kind of how it works, and also depending on the amount of damage that you deal is how many of those little droplets they're gonna be dropping. So you deal a tiny bit of damage, it's gonna drop just one by one. If you deal a bunch of damage at the same time, it's gonna drop a bunch of them. So yeah, that's the drop of the health in the mod. So the last one of the upgrades would be the extra damage. Now this is a bit difficult to show over here, again because you need to be really familiarized on how much damage it takes for you to kill anything. But just trust me, once an enemy has been frozen, they will be taking additional damage for as long as they remain frozen. As soon as they thought, they go back to regular damage. You can see how quickly they're dying with just with a couple of shots. Let me get some extra ammo. Oh, jeez. Oh. Okay, there we go. I was running out of fuel over there. Cool. So, for example, this dude is gonna take 4-5 shots in order to kill it. Then how about we raise this guy up, and it's gonna take 3 shots to die. So yeah, it deals more damage when they're frozen. Again, it's not exactly like a super high level 400 IQ functionality in the sense that, you know, it's not difficult to understand, but it's just really effective because remember, now that monsters are gonna stay frozen longer and all of that good stuff, then that's where you see why the ice bomb suddenly becomes so goddamn powerful. So yeah, there you have it. After all, this video was a bit of a showcase, wasn't it? And yeah, overall, I just wanted to make sure to release this video, let you know and show you, not only talk about, but show you that there's more progress being done in the mod. Slowly, but it's definitely gonna be coming back now that I am figuring out, finally, how my timings, or my time, what would you say, assignment works. So, just as a little bit of a review, remember, DBT is without a job, but you guys are his new job. If you want to support me, again, you know, drop me a tip on Twitch, on you know, on PayPal, or subscribe to my channel on Twitch. Again, it's easy to find me, just twitch.tv/dbthanatos. It's really easy. You can join our Discord and sign up for the notifications whenever I go live. Again, 4 times a week, long streams. So there's a lot of shit to be watching over there. You can request games, you can request videos, you can request a bunch of things. So yeah, you can have some fun on the stream, just like I've been having. And yeah, anybody wants to support me, please do. This is the moment when DBT needs your help. And let me know, guys, if I feel weird about asking about this, but let me know if you think that it will be worth, or if you're willing to support if I were to make some sort of a Patreon. I'm not 100% sold on this idea because it seems a bit too much, but you know, maybe that will help me a little bit to pay some bills and all of that stuff now that, you know, I don't have a reliable source of income. But yeah, enough of that. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your patience on, you know, waiting for me to release or to do anything regarding Current Took. I know it has taken quite a while, and it's still gonna take a while. I still don't have a release date, but now that the free time is more abundant, it's a time to start doing some shit with Current Took. So that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, take care, everybody. Stay safe. Bye bye.